What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin with another book review. This is gonna be a quick one. Today I'm reviewing the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves prequel book, The Road to Neverwinter, written by Jaleigh Johnson. I think this is published by Wizards of the Coast, by Random House, apparently. This came out this year. So I already did a review for the movie, and even though the movie, in my opinion, was a mixed bag, I did enjoy it, and I enjoyed it enough that I went out and got the book, even though even though I'm not a huge fan of modern books. I read this book anyway, and it's about what, like 278 pages, $40 Canadian, by the way. This book, look at this crap, $40 Canadian, 30 American, US of A. Oh, yeah, so I did not enjoy the book. I thought the book was not good. Basically. Basically, yeah, it was not good. The book starts off with Edgin, which is Chris Pine's character, reading a bedtime story to his 9-year-old daughter at the time, Kira, and before she'll go to sleep, she wants him to tell him like a bunch of stories. So he tells a story about how he first met Holga the Barbarian, which is Michelle Rodriguez's character, and how he first met Forge, after Forge, who was played by Hugh Grant, who tried to con him after Egan tried to do a drunken performance at a tavern where that ends up getting raided by gnolls, and Holga, and Forge go to this cave to and kill the gnolls who stole his loot and coin. And then they tell the final story, not final story, there's also another story where because of that they get approached by a half orc couple. One was a half orc, the other one was, I think, was a human couple who approached them to ask to find their friend who went missing in a mysterious island, where they first meet Simon the sorcerer, which I forget that guy's name. He was the guy from Detective Pikachu, who's a half elf sorcerer. And then after saving him from a sea hag, the final story is them going on a heist at this mansion where a masquerade is going on, where they're trying to steal this magic relic called the Staff of Orif, which belongs to this dragonborn sorcerer called Torlin, which dragonborn is like a new race in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, I guess, or I don't know, maybe they introduced it in an earlier edition. I don't know. I don't play old school D&D. Most of my experience playing Dungeons and Dragons is from the video games, like the MMO, the Baldur's Gate games, and I played a little bit of Neverwinter and Planescape, and I've read a few books. So yeah, which this, by the way, takes place in the Forgotten Realms setting, which I don't know if this is canon, or if anything of this is canon. Oh, so I'll just go with my likes and dislikes for the book. There was a good amount of action beats. There was a good amount of action beats. There was a variety of creatures, and overall, it was a decent book. But yeah, I'll just go with my dislikes. I don't think this, according to the back, apparently the author has played Dungeons and Dragons. Unless there's been inflation, I don't think a couple silver coins. Because there's a point where he's broke, but he wants to go to the tavern to have a meal, right? A hot meal. So he has a couple silver coins. He's like, oh, that should be enough for a small meal. Yeah, if you ever played the video games, or if you know anything about like medieval whatever, like usually copper is like the you copper is like how like old school like medieval currency was like copper, silver, and gold. So you can pay for most things in copper and silver, right? So like a couple coins of silver is not a lot of money, but yeah, that should have been way like because if you ever played the video games, the Baldur's Gate video games, like only like the most expensive room in the inn is like silver. So it's like silver would have been more than enough for like hot meal for him and his baby, right? But yeah, like that. So I thought that was dumb. The book is unfunny. Nobody sounds like they. Nobody talks like. Sorry. Oh, that I thought I heard something. That's my dog growling. Oh, but yeah. Nobody talks like they do in the books, or they do, but it's like they don't. It's the thing where like the person who wrote the book did not get a good grasp on the characters. Like nobody feels like they none of the characters feel like they do in the movie. And Kira is supposed to be like 9 years old, but talks like a teenager or like a grown adult at times. And it's like, yeah, this character does not feel like a little kid, except for when she's hugging Holga. So that was yeah. And then there's the fact that like the author or whoever forgot at the end of forgot until the end of the book that oh yeah, Edgin actually does carry a weapon which is his lute, which is reinforced, right? As a blunt weapon. So like most of the fights he's in, he's not using any weapons. He's just grappling with people, right? Which I feel like he has more thief skills in this book than he did in the actual movie. Because in the actual movie, did he? I don't remember. Did he actually ever pick locks? I don't remember. But it's been a while. But like yeah, in the movie, I feel like they if you get rid of the dragon scene from the Underdark. This book feels more epic than the movie because at the end of the book they fight a fucking beholder, which shoots like laser beams, disintegration beams from its like eye stalks. Which, if you don't know what a beholder is, you should know. But if you don't know what a beholder is, that's a beholder. So yeah, yeah. So I don't know. At best, this book is a 5 out of 10. I would never read this book again. It's way overpriced. And yeah, that's it, guys. My next book review should be this, but I don't know when I'm going to read it because we're currently in September is Batman month. So I'm going to be reviewing Batman graphic novels, which I'm going to be reviewing this on Monday. Peace.